She needs independence for her whole life. I'm not going to be there forever. Julia was born with Escobar syndrome. She was born contracted into like a little football, and none of her joints moved. She didn't move any muscles for the first 4 months of her life.
Julia came to Cardinal Hill Hospital for therapy in August of 2010.
August is my birthday.
When I first met Julia, her main problem was her arms. She was unable to use them to complete daily tasks. She was pretty much in a fixed position at her elbows and unable to reach out and grab things and manipulate items to help herself with daily activities.
Julia also has respiratory problems, which prevented her from saying more than 3 or 4 words with each breath. She also had problems enunciating clearly.
It's just getting enough of a deep breath when you're breathing in and talking to have, at least like 5 or 6 words per breath is kind of a goal that I've had with Julia. And so we build up by doing blowing bubbles, whistles. We have cotton ball races across the table, blowing through straws to see who can blow it off fastest. Those kinds of things to build up her air support.
Julia was unable to use her arms to do things like opening a tube of toothpaste or using a hairbrush, the simple tasks that help make a child independent.
The goal was to increase her range in her arms so that she would be able to complete daily tasks on her own, so that she could brush her hair, brush her teeth, feed herself with her other arm, things like that.
We will do a lot of work with her and try to get her stretched out as far as possible, and then we cast in that position to leave her in that position. And over the week, her muscles and her tissues start relaxing a little bit, and she's able to get a little bit further, so every week you can get a few more degrees out of her.
When the cast is removed, massages, ultrasound, and other therapies are used to heat up the muscles and the tissues.
So each time we're getting more range and we put another cast on. And we'll do that until we get as much range as we can and get as much function as we can, and then we will stop and she'll have braces that she'll have to wear at night. When we're not casting, we would get down in the floor and we would get in the sensory gym and we would crawl around and we would use our arms to get extension. We would play ball, we would play with Play-Doh, all kinds of different activities that just encourage her to use her arms.
We do stuff like jumping on the trampoline and riding the bike to strengthen her legs.
I like to jump on the trampoline, only without my back brake on. My back brake is on right now.
She walks, and still sometimes she does with kind of a step to, like she'll step and then come to it. Now she's able to step and actually take a full step with her other foot also.
She has made huge gains. She's able to do things for herself now that she was not able to do before.
It's very nice to send her off and say, go get your teeth brushed, and she can go do that herself.
Because I have a new electric toothbrush.
Her mom is great. She carries through with each and everything I ask them to do at home, and that is what makes the difference.
The therapists work to involve all family members in Julia's therapy, including her brother.
That's good to have him involved too, because then he stops her and corrects her as well, and they'll do that at home.
She has some really great therapists. She goes down the hall passing out hugs.
Regardless of what's going on with her, health-wise, anything, she's always in a good mood, always happy, ready for anything.
She just makes you smile.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A therapist, like Miss Bethany, Miss Stacy, and I like Miss Leanne, and that's the kind of Miss Bethany.
Obviously, Cardinal Hill's helping us to work towards her becoming independent. She's more independent as far as personal care with like brushing her teeth, combing her hair, all big, big victories for her.